I'm Elandra, and I'm from Hawaii and New Zealand, both. I feel fantastic, and a lot of the reason is because of Master Chia's incredible work that he has brought to this world. I'm just turned 67, and I feel like I'm 30.
Wonderful.
Yes, and I practice the teachings, and I feel that I have to live for a long time because I've got a lot to do, a lot to teach and share. And so this is the way to do it. I think it's incredibly important what Master Chia has brought to the world, because we as a society have really lost that connection to the body, believing that spirit is higher and better and the body is a lesser and lower and second-class citizen. The intuition, the body, the subconscious. And so it's just so important to bring back to this world, especially in the state it's in now, where it's really obvious that we need it, to bring these teachings to the world. It's incredibly important. And even when we have gone high, like I've done meditating for years and years, and we're out of our body and having a wonderful time, but how do we really live that in this body? Meditating is just glorious, isn't it? But how do we bring it back? And Master Chia has brought the way. And I think I was looking for the way, because I studied over and over, one modality after another, 33 altogether. And it was when I learned Master Chia's Healing Tao that I got the techniques, the understanding that I can be in this body, and this body is actually consisting of gates and channels. And in the Chinese song we know about the gates and channels through the elbow on the wind gates, and we know how that is the address. That place on the navel there is the address to the kidneys, to the heart, to every part, and how that connects to the stars, how that connects with every way that we can self-heal. So I'm very excited by that. What happened then, that as I learned Lomi Lomi, Hawaiian shamanism, along with the Hawaiian body work, which is very powerful, when I added Chinese song to it, it was like, wow. People started to say, what are you doing? I want to learn this. I want to know what you're doing. And they started inviting me all over the world to share, and always I'm sharing, saying, hey, I learned this Chinese song, and you too can do that, because the body is self-healing. Yeah.
Right.
And I love this quote, you know, the longest journey you will ever take is from your head to your heart. And I think we're all learning how to make that journey, but it is long and it takes time. And once again, it's these techniques that really give us the map, right? Cause us to be able to navigate. And we use that word a lot in Hawaii because in ancient times they understood that it was all about navigating. Just as the first peoples navigated around the world, they did it by the stars, right?
Right.
And how did they do that? They did it because they could feel it in their body. Even if they couldn't see the stars, and they just surrendered and said, like, I don't know what, because this is what happened to the major navigator. He said, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to get to Easter Island from Hawaii. I mean, and he just let go like that. You know, he told me this. And in that moment, he could feel the connection between his body and the navigational stars. Even though the weather was completely stormy, blocked over, he couldn't see a thing, but he knew. And so this is ancient work, this is indigenous work. And the indigenous people, when I started to do the Chinese song on the Hawaiian indigenous people, the Hawaiians, they would say, wow, this is the ancient knowledge that we've lost. You know?
Right, right.
So now, even when they still have it and it hasn't been lost, even then they do not have a way of writing it down. And Master Chia has given us that, and it's absolutely superb. It's just unbelievable what he's brought to this world and how it will help this whole world come back to center, to healing. And you know what Einstein said? And I love this quote. Einstein, a scientist, right? He said, intuition is a sacred gift and the rational mind is a faithful servant. Right. We have created a society that honors the servant, honors the rational mind, right, and has forgotten the gift.
Right. Yeah.
You know?
Very
so
nice.
The gift is the heart. The gift is the map. The gift is what Master Chia has brought to us.
Right. Yes, yeah. I agree. And do you think that this system that Master Chia has brought together, that it can survive to the next generation? That it will become more known to the world, and that it can survive into the future, future generations?
How can it not? How can it not? Because it is being shared, isn't it? It's going out as fast as possible. It's being brought out, and the power of it. And there's more and more media, right? You know, we have Facebook, we have the interviews, and I mean, that's extraordinary. You know, and there is more and more understanding, and I love that Master Chia is very open to what's happening in science and quantum science. You know, we have that understanding in quantum science, and yet it must have been intended for us to bring forth everything that we have now. Right. To bring more and more consciousness. So I feel that it is spreading tremendously, and the wonderful people here at the Tao Congress, and they're making videos, they're going and talking, they're being interviewed, you know, and talking about this. So I think it's spreading tremendously. And of course it's desperately needed. Gilles, I learned Chinitsang from Gilles 17 years ago. He came to Hawaii just like an answer to my prayers.
Right, wonderful.
Yeah, and he just told me that he's very disturbed in Berkeley, where he lives, by the young people just being completely not in touch with their emotions.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
And so, of course, the more we can just accept our emotions in a loving, non-judgmental way.
How do you like Tao Garden?
Oh, I'm just totally in love with it here. What a miracle. And I went on the tour yesterday, and when I ate the breakfast this morning, I just felt so much gratitude, because I saw all the work that's been put into here. All the composting going on, and the mushrooms being grown, and the sprouts being grown, and the fields of corn, and it's just incredible. So pure and not chemicals. Yeah. The food is extraordinary. All the antioxidants, all the nutritions in the food, the thought that's gone into everything. There are times, there are organizations that get built up. And see, in Hawaii, my teachers have told me this, that some of the shamans, the kahunas, they died without leaving their wisdom, because they were afraid that it was going to be misused and abused. So they didn't pass it on, you know. And they've told me, my teachers there, that it's very important to be open to simultaneously honor Master Chia's traditions and everything that it comes through, and simultaneously be open to the new things, because God is always bringing us new things, new amazing things, and be open to both, just like He is.
Right.
And the organization then can really grow and share. Instead of, there are some organizations that have become stagnant in themselves, because perhaps there's too much conviction that the traditions have to be honored, and the new is the other things we don't want to bring in. But I think it's a simultaneous consciousness of being able to honor and be open to everything in the world.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.